Black Horse Pub. Well, good morning, and I wasn't sure that I would be here or whether Philip would be here. We are introducing new systems. We're getting new people on board. Mirador is flying, but whenever you fly with new things, there are bound to be little hiccups. So it's me for the moment, but eventually you are going to have Philip and the delightful Susie hosting your program this morning. I may just stick my nose in. Who knows? I can't keep it out, actually. And they can't keep me out either. So here we are with Mirador Television on Wednesday morning. It's the 20th of the month. Which month is it? Well, it's 20th of March. And I'm happy to say that the month has been reasonably uneventful, except it is the month in which we had horrendous technical problems. But our chief of staff is a very calm hand at the tiller, sorted us out, and here we are able to broadcast just as if nothing had gone wrong. So primarily, I'm going to look at the newspapers and just have a little chat about them. What Philip has got up his sleeve, I have no idea. But we'll get these out of the way, and then they won't interfere with anything that's coming up in a few minutes' time. So the first story is the Daily Mirror. It says a Royal World exclusive. Ha ha ha. Yes. Or everything is exclusive. Kate's medical records security breach. The Daily Mirror leads on allegations the Princess of Wales's medical records were potentially accessed by a member of staff at the clinic where she underwent surgery earlier this year. The London clinic has not confirmed any investigation, but said it takes the privacy of all of its patients very seriously. Kensington Palace has also refused to be drawn on the allegations. Well, there you go. Now, I think that this is has bigger implications. Excuse me, as those of you who know me well know that I have to keep my mouth moist. It's not because I can't do without my morning gin. Not it. Well, yes, I do drink gin from time to time. But first thing in the morning, brandy. Whoa! Right. The Times. Trump. The US will 100% stay in NATO. And then a caveat. If Europe plays fair. Donald Trump has said the United States will 100% remain in NATO under his leadership. So long as European countries treat his country fairly amid growing fears that his comeback would benefit Moscow. Oh, well, it's still an and if and but situation, isn't it? We simply do not know. We simply do not know. And so I think that we are entering into a period of a great uncertainty. Of course, he's got to win the election yet. And as they say, a week is a long time in politics. And the election isn't until towards the end of this year. But, you know, the way that time rolls by, the end of this year is just around the corner. The Times has the same exclusive story as the Mirror, or the Mirror says is exclusive, and just let me check on something here. Yes, no, it's okay. I was a little worried that we may not have been mishit the get on there live tab. The same story. Clinic staff attempted to access Kate's private notes, but the ramifications are, as I, being a Luddite, have ranted and raved about computers, and this shows their weakness. It is much easier to access a computer than it is to tiptoe into a secure room at night and lift a file. And that's one of the weaknesses. Okay, people are making every effort to keep stuff in the computer secure. God, don't I know it. I fall foul of passwords. Oh, you. But they're much easier to get private and confidential information from a computer than it is from a man with a green hat sitting with a Uzi glaring at you in the eye. The same exclusive in the Daily Mail. Staff at Kate's hospital tries to access her records. They allege that the hospital data breach is at least one employee is alleged to have been caught trying to access Kate's notes during her 14-day stay for abdominal surgery. The Sun. I saw Kate with my own eyes. When will the trolls lay off? There's more rows on the front page of The Sun, which splashes on an interview with a man who took film of the Prince and Princess of Wales at a Windsor Garden Centre. This gets all very messy, doesn't it? All very messy. Daily Express. Prince focuses on driving forwards. William gets on with the job amid nonsense conspiracy theories. Gets on with the job on driving forward and not Kate rumours. the Prince of Wales is focused on driving forward, and this is according to the Express. Driving forward and ignoring the rumour mill. William visited a shelter in Sheffield on Tuesday as part of his anti-homelessness initiative. We got the Star. The world goes mad after a woman goes shopping. It's spoofed, his headline. Everybody gets excited that Kate goes shopping. So what is said is that the world goes mad when a woman turns up to do some shopping. Dear. In many ways, he's right. The trivia that we now get involved in. But the world hasn't changed when it comes to that. When there was a race course in Lewes, and it's sad that it disappeared, when there was a race course in Lewes, it was a favourite of the Prince Regent. And he used to go to the race course up on the downs overlooking the town, and they said on any given day that the Prince Regent was at the races, it would mean crowds of up to 15,000, 20,000, all because they wanted to see Prinny. Well, what's the difference? Not much difference, is there? No. We haven't changed our habits. Right, okay, now. I'm clear now. Yes, I'm legitimate. I'm supposed to be on this little stretch from 8 to 8:30, and then the fearsome twosome are going to take over. So let's get on and because it's now 8:21. So I've got to get my skates on a little bit. Right. The Financial Times. Reeves recalls Brown's fiscal rule, the pledge to borrow only for investment. Oh, promises. Yes, the Financial Times leads on Rachel Reeves' pledges to borrow only for investment, echoing fiscal rules set out under the last Labour government. The Shadow Chancellor said on Tuesday that Labour would follow fiscal rules set by the current Conservative Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt. The paper also reports on Donald Trump saying he might need to sell assets to meet a £464 million, or dollar rather, court ruling. Here we go. The I, Reeves. We won't repeat mistakes of New Labour. Okay. More Rachel Reeves on the front of the I, which quotes her saying the party will not repeat the mistakes of New Labour. If it wins the next election, the party will also retain the Bank of England's 2% inflation target, the paper reports. And The Guardian. Social media blamed for surge in young people hit by midlife crisis. Ooh. The Guardian leads on a US survey which claims young people are less happy and suffering the equivalent of a midlife crisis because of social media. The Metro. First cyber flasher jailed. Naked phone pics pervert behind bars, thanks to new law. Metro leads on the first jailing of a so-called cyber flasher, Nicholas Hawkes, 39, who sent unsolicited photos of himself to a 15-year-old girl and a 60-year-old woman. Oh, and the Daily Telegraph, diversity drivers backfired, warns Badenoch. The Daily Telegraph reports on Business Secretary Kemi Badenoch claiming that Britain's diversity drive has backfired. Inclusion policies must not come at the expense of white men, Mrs. Badenoch says. Well, that's a quick run through. I'm going to say to the pip, and then I probably will be back at some stage with. It's 8:24. Back at some stage with Philip and Susie. Oh, that got us going, didn't it? It got us going at 8:00. So if I can find my way out of this mess. We'll sign ourselves out. Yes, we will.